color. Now, what I would do as a new student is try to introduce myself to color a little bit more. And how you do that is you switch up your background from a gray to a color. Okay? And now you start playing around with lights. Okay, so we're going to set up a test world, and we're going to use a small sphere here. The sphere is going to be a little bit darker than this background color. It's going to be, I'm going to use cooler here under monochromic, and I'm going to load this color from the background using Alt, click here, and I'm going to click into that. Okay, so I get this green. So I can use cooler a lot for this, and I'm going to set my stuff back to normal. I'm also going to use my tools. So first off, I'm going to work out just a sphere. We're going to start very simple with this, and we're going to work out a sphere. Oops. With that's almost a little too dark, so I'm going to go here, load that, and then I'm going to use HSB to make it a little darker. Okay, HSB is pretty powerful too. That's better. That's a lot better. So we're going to work out a sphere. Then we're going to say, well, now there's a magical light in the scene, and the light is yellow. Okay, so maybe on a new layer, I'll just illustrate this light over here. It's yellow. So now what happens? Well, the yellow light mixes with this color right here, producing a shade that kind of looks like that. Okay. So now I got my layers of different kinds of light. Okay, that's on a new layer, so I can grab stuff like that. And I can start maybe shaping out this sphere. Okay, I added a new light to the scene. You just didn't see me do it. That light is way off in the background, and it's coming in back of the object. Okay, so to illustrate that, it's going to be a white light, and it's in back of the object. It's sitting right about here. Okay, it's super bright. So what's that mean? Well, that means that all the edges of the sphere are going to have introduced this white light to it. And since it's super bright, what I can do is grab this color and rank it up a little bit using HSB, and now start painting this edge. That's commonly referred to as a backlight. Okay, now I can get rid of this. So this yellow light's still coming into play. Where does that come in? Well, if you go in here, notice I have this opacity set. I got this really hot yellow light coming in here. Okay. And now what I'm going to do here is kind of blend this out. And I do that by grabbing color and just kind of scrubbing it in. And I'm grabbing it in as I go along. Okay. And then I'm going to set it back a little bit. And you can see it almost go back right into space. Did you see how that kind of looked? So I got this stuff, it goes back into space a little bit, and I can bring it forward by going like this, so I can send it back and forward into space. I can introduce that color back in, and I can get a lot of depth this way. I'm always grabbing here in the mid-tone region, just like that. All right, so now contrast, what happens? Well, I grab this green and I darken it up sometime and really introduce a shadow region to this area. So I introduce some gray, some darker darks into it, and then I blend those back into the form. Perfect. So if you clean up your form a little bit, then in the next video I want to show you something else I would do.